If you're leading a team today, you've probably felt it. The old rules of workplace communication, they just don't seem to hit the mark with younger generations. So, how do you actually bridge that gap? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into. We're going to open up a new playbook for communicating with Gen Y and Z.
Does it ever feel like you're speaking a totally different language? You give direction, but it doesn't quite land. You try to connect, but you just feel this disconnect. If you're finding it tough to really engage with the younger talent on your team, trust me, you are not alone. It is one of the biggest leadership challenges out there right now.
And a big reason for that disconnect is that the whole game has changed. Think about it. Yesterday's management style was all about top-down direction. You got your feedback once a year and a formal review. But today's leadership, it's a whole different world. It thrives on collaboration, constant feedback, and being way more authentic and open. It's not that work ethic has changed, it's that the entire operating system for work has gotten a major upgrade.
So, to really succeed here, we have to update our own software, right? We need a new communication playbook, one that's packed with tools designed for this new age of work.
First up, let's tackle one of the biggest areas of confusion: feedback and recognition. The secret here is to really understand what's driving the demand for it in the first place.
Okay, this is so important. A lot of managers see that constant appetite for feedback and think, ugh, so needy. But what if that's a total misread? For a generation that grew up with instant information from the internet, feedback is just data. It's how they know if they're on the right track. It's how they learn, how they improve, and how they grow faster.
But look, constant feedback doesn't have to mean all-consuming. This breaks it down into a super simple, time-saving loop. First, just do quick, informal check-ins. A simple, hey, how's it going with that project, goes a really long way. Second, when you see good work, give them a shout-out right then and there, in the team chat. It's fast, it's public, it's powerful. Then, you can save the deeper, more actionable stuff for your actual one-on-ones. This system gives them that steady stream of day-to-day crave without totally derailing your week.
All right, so building on that feedback idea, let's level up. Because, let's be honest, not all feedback is sunshine and rainbows. So how do you handle those really tough but necessary corrective conversations?
This right here, this is the golden rule. Your goal is to correct an action or behavior, not to make the person feel terrible about themselves. It's a small shift in thinking, but it makes a world of difference. Because the second someone feels attacked, what do? They get defensive, they stop listening. But when they feel respected, they stay open and they can actually learn.
So let's get tactical. For corrective feedback, never, ever assume you know their intent. Instead of saying something like, "You were careless, try this." When the report had those errors, it really impacted the client's confidence. See that? You're focusing on the impact of the action, not attacking the person. And what about that team member who sends you a novel for every update? Don't shut them down, guide them. Just ask, "Hey, can you give me the headline first?" It's a simple trick that coaches them to be more concise over time.
Now, all of these strategies we've talked about, giving feedback, navigating those tough talks, they all sit on top of one single foundation: your ability to actually listen. This isn't some fluffy soft skill. It is the absolute bedrock of trust. And listening like a leader is a completely different skill. See, most of us, we listen while we're just planning our comeback, right? We're just waiting for our turn to talk. A leader listens to understand the perspective, the context, and even what's not being said.
But man, this is not easy. And here's the secret. The hardest part of truly listening to someone has absolutely nothing to do with them.
It's all about quieting that voice in your own head. You know the one? The one that's already jumping to conclusions, formulating a reply, and getting ready to argue.
So, your most powerful leadership move is often the simplest one. Just create space, quiet your own agenda, and just listen. That's where the real connection actually happens.
When you start to put all these pieces together, the new feedback loop, the respectful conversations, the deep listening, you'll start to see this bigger shift take place. You stop being just a manager who gives tasks, and you start becoming a true coach.
And this really is the ultimate takeaway. Great communication, especially with Gen Y and Z, isn't about top-down control. It is about creating an environment where people can grow. Your words, your feedback, your questions, they all become tools for developing your people. So I'll leave you with this one question to chew on. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just pick one thing. Based on what we've covered, what is one conversation, a check-in, a feedback session, whatever, that you're going to approach just a little bit differently this week? Because that right there, that's where the change begins.